All right, guys, let me show you this right here. So this is from CBS News, and this is a woman who is a Trump supporter, and ICE ended up murdering her son, okay? Trump supporter, and ICE murdered her son. So CBS went and they talked to her, and let's see what she has to say. Here we go.
I just don't understand why it had to be this way.
Rachel Reyes' son, 23-year-old American citizen Ruben Ray Martinez, was killed by an ICE agent nearly 1 year ago.
And by the way, and he looks like a child. Like, this looks like a child to me. That's a child. A fucking ICE agent killed a fucking child, right? Like, he looks very young.
By an ICE agent nearly 1 year ago.
I was devastated and disbelief. And it's bad enough to lose your child, but then to lose your child at the hands of law enforcement when they're supposed to be the ones to protect your child.
ICE's involvement in Martinez's killing in March of 2025 was only publicly revealed in February, roughly 11 months later.
They fucking hit it. And you guys know this because you watch this show, but there's been at least 40 people that have died in ICE custody just in Trump's regime, just during Trump's term, okay? Evidence that one of them was lynched. There's obviously widespread neglect and people not getting the medicine that they have a human right to. So, like, you know, this isn't actually law enforcement. That's the problem. That's the problem, is this isn't law enforcement. These are, like, criminals with a badge who are on a crime spree. That's what it is.
Martinez was out celebrating his birthday with his best friend Joshua Orta in South Padre Island. ICE says one of its agents fired defensive shots into Martinez's vehicle after Martinez intentionally ran over another ICE agent.
Lie. They've lied about fucking everything. How many times did they say something and then the video comes out and it's the exact opposite of what they said? They always say, oh, we're the victims. In reality, they're like crashing their cars into people, tear gassing babies, doing all sorts of fucked up shit.
Think your son would have done?
Absolutely not. No, of course not. He was not a violent person. He was not aggressive.
DHS's account was disputed by Orta, who said in a draft declaration that his friend did not hit anyone. Orta died in a car crash in February, before he could testify. The Texas Department of Public Safety told CBS News it completed its investigation into Martinez's killing, saying it would release the records related to the case on Friday.
Wait, hold on. It just hit me what they said. The guy who saw them commit the crime and was going to testify against ICE died in a car crash? No way.
Of course not. He was not a violent person. He was not aggressive.
DHS's account was disputed by Orta, who said in a draft declaration that his friend did not hit anyone. Orta died in a car crash in February, before he could testify.
You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Don't even make me say it. What the fuck do you think Occam's razor is in that scenario? Dude was going to testify against ICE and explain how they're fucking lying and his friend just got murdered by them. And then he dies in a car crash? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. These are gangsters. These are straight up gangsters. These guys, they're the cartel. They're the criminals. Like, we've seen, by the way, you saw the committee hearing, right? Where you saw the text messages they would send back and forth. One of them was bragging about shooting a woman. And like all the fucking other ICE agents that they're bragging to, they were like, bro, you had like, you shot like 5 times and had 5 hits, bro. That's amazing, dog. Like, they're acting like this is all a fucking game. The most depraved fake agency I've ever seen in my life. And by the way, if you're a Democrat and you're not talking about defunding them, if you're not talking about cutting the DHS and the ICE funding, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you're not actually an opposition party. You're not actually fighting back. And you're subtly approving of Americans getting terrorized by Trump's secret police paramilitary.
The Texas Department of Public Safety told CBS News it completed its investigation into Martinez's killing, saying it would release the records related to the case on Friday. Last month, a grand jury rejected criminal charges related to the shooting. Charles Stamm is representing Martinez's family.
In a recent statement, your team said that a toxicology screen detected alcohol and marijuana in Ruben's system. Do you know whether Ruben was intoxicated when he was shot, and could that have played a role in what happened?
He was never stopped on suspicion of public intoxication or driving under the influence or anything of that nature. It's important to bear in mind that when Ruben lost his life, his car was in park, and right after those 3 bullets came through the window and went into his chest from that ICE officer, Mr. Orta's statement said that he said, "I'm sorry, sir," as his last words. This was not someone who posed a threat.
Reyes.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. They're just murderers. It's just a gang of murderers.
Says she has deep respect for law enforcement. She also supported President Trump in the 2024 election, but she says change is desperately needed.
I don't blame President Trump for the death of my son because he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger.
He gives ICE over $100 billion. Over $100 billion goes to DHS. They beef up this fucking Gestapo secret police paramilitary force. Then he says, you know, hey, all the rules and the training, we're going to totally fucking get rid of that. And by the way, we're going to hire people, January 6ers and 3%ers and Oath Keepers and far-right extremists and white nationalists and fucking terrorists. So they hire all those people, gives them all the money in the world, tells them, we got your back no matter what the fuck you do. They murder multiple people. They back them up. There's not even an arrest over the fucking murdering of those other people, right? And then they do it here, and she's like, what? Oh, no, I don't blame him. Well, then I don't know what you want me to tell you. You're a fucking idiot. You have like a literal slave mindset, a brainwashed slave mindset. If you can't see that if Donald Trump wasn't president, like, this would never happen. Shit like this would not happen.
I do think that something needs to be changed in that department as far as the pattern of violence or abuse and impunity. Based on the statement that they made, seeing how the word that they chose to put out there about my son, that's as insult to injury.
Yeah, well, why don't you realize that this is the same shit they do to other families too? That, like, apparently you look at other families, you go, yeah, they're going after the criminal illegals and they're holding them accountable, bro. But when it's your son, you realize, oh, wow, they're lying and it's total bullshit. It's almost like it's bullshit most of the time. In fact, what were the numbers? It's like over 95% of the people that ICE is arresting are not undocumented immigrant violent criminals. So, like, the one group of people that everybody agrees that you can do immigration enforcement against them, over 95% of the time, they're not going after those people.
She does not want other families to experience her pain.
What do you miss the most about Ruben?
Just his presence, just him being there, you know, and I'm sad because I'm never going to see his children or, you know, like the hopes and the dreams that he had, he was enthusiastically looking forward to, that it was just taken from us. And I feel it was preventable.
But she doesn't blame Trump. That's great. It happened and you don't even, like, connect the dots and, you know, come to the most logical conclusion about all of it. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure that's going to bode well for the future. This is why we call it a cult. MAGA is a terrorist death cult. And if you can't appropriately place the blame there, then I don't know what to tell you. There's no way around it. Then there's going to be people saying the same thing. Oh, I don't blame Trump for the Iran war either. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can find a way to do the mental gymnastics to, you know, make it so he's not responsible for this, you can find a way to make it so he's not responsible for anything. I mean, at this point, it's just embarrassing, and she's a disgrace. She's a disgrace. She's besmirching the legacy of her dead son by being this fucking dense. God damn it, man. I will never not be surprised by brown people who are like, oh yeah, I love MAGA, I love Trump. It's like, bro, do you not understand you're not on the team? Do you not get that? How do you not see that? Like, this is a white nationalist project. You are not on the team. How many, like, Cuban Americans who are right-wing got fucking deported? Venezuelan Americans who are right-wing got fucking deported? How many people? Like, this is a thing now. This is a thing where it's like, it's the dude who, he created a fucking burger restaurant called Trump Burger. He's an immigrant. He got deported. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. He takes your vote and then stabs you in the back, right? There was some Colombian politician in Colombia whose son was in the U.S. He's been locked up for like 4 months or some crazy amount like that, and she releases a video going, I think this has gone too far. Oh, has it? Oh, has it? You don't say. Not like everybody fucking warned you. Every liberal and leftist in the country fucking warned you about it. Now, only because it affects you did you wake up and realize something. But hey, that's at least a step better than her. She's like, oh, I don't blame him, even though everybody objectively should and could blame him because he's responsible for this. But she doesn't. So I don't even know what to say, man. But just disgusting. Will these people ever grow the fuck up? One more thing I wanted to add to this, guys. So this came out the other day. This was a huge deal. ICE is rounding up thousands of people with no criminal record and throwing them into concentration camps where conditions are so bad that people are now committing suicide while the guards bet on who kills themselves next. I brought this up the other day. I wanted to give you some more. The data from ICE show that 80% at the camp had no criminal record and were instead caught up in a far-reaching dragnet. 3,000 people have lived per day in loud and unsanitary corridors. Diseases spread easily and sleep is a luxury. The center will be closed to visitors until at least March 19th because of a measles outbreak. Detainees struggle to obtain medication and health care, lose concerning amounts of weight because of lack of food, and live in fear of private security guards known to use force to put down disturbances. The ceilings in the windowless tents leak when it rains, and detainees only see sunlight during brief outings once or twice a week to a cramped recreation yard. At one point, he said he overheard a security guard talking about bets made among the staff over which detainee would be next to die by suicide. The guard said he had paid $500 into a pool, with the total pot riding on the outcome. So this is what ICE is doing, and the problem is ever perceiving them as law enforcement. So your son is dead, your son did not have to be killed, your son was killed by a bunch of criminals. They're the actual problem in the country. They need to be disbanded, they need to be fucking charged, arrested. We need justice for this shit because it's completely and utterly unacceptable what's going on here. And yes, Trump is the head of the snake. He's the heart of the problem, and he also needs to be locked up.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.